Have you ever had one of these days where nothing goes your way and you just wanna lash out? You kinda wake up on the wrong side of the bed and everything goes downhill from there. Like the entire universe is conspiring against you, and no matter what you do, you just can't seem to catch a break. Some of these days you just wanna break some stuff. Stuff like people's faces. If so, maybe I have some games that might interest you. Wait a minute. I don't live here. How about Urban Chaos? Let me tell you something, folks. I love Urban Chaos. This game is so underrated, it's damn criminal. You got your punches, your kicks, your combos, and your whole arsenal of moves to lay waste to the thugs on the streets of Union City. It's like karate, kung fu, and taekwondo all rolled up into one beautiful brawling package. And don't even get me started on that sassy karate chick. She's hotter than a firecracker and kicks harder than a mule on steroids. The game is pure awesomeness, and if you haven't played it yet, you're missing out on one of the best damn games ever made. I'm Dr. Sledgehammer, by the way. If you look at today's video title, you're gonna notice that Urban Chaos isn't today's topic. Instead, I'm gonna be showing you a similar title that was developed by Bungie US. You know, Bungie, a game company that brought us the Halo series, for crying out loud. Before they did that, they brought us another beautiful title that goes by the name Oni. A third-person cyberpunk action-adventure game, which you get to do a lot of karate and aikido shit, playing a hot, vindictive Japanese cyborg chick that is out to save the planet from environmental destruction while also trying to find out more about her own secret identity. It's kind of like playing an awesome sci-fi martial arts movie. Bungie US drew inspiration from the anime movie Ghost in a Shell. Both feature strong female protagonists with cybernetic bodies and take place in a dystopian future where technology and government control are central themes. It's like they took Ghost in a Shell and said, let's make a video game out of this, but we need more kicking and punching. And oh boy, did they deliver. The game is jam-packed with comic book style art and even anime segments. It's like you're playing a manga come to life, but with more button mashing. Bam! So huge portions of the planet have been destroyed by environmental hazards, and we're being ruled by a fascist totalitarian government. It's kinda where we're heading right now if we keep going like this. Can't we for once have a game that shows us a brighter tomorrow? Now, in the main storyline for the game, a mysterious global terrorist organization called the Syndicate is rumored to have broken into this warehouse. My first assignment is to prevent them from achieving whatever it is they came to do here. Now I have a gun with 10 bullets. Sweet. And right there's my first victim. Come on, shoot him! The fuck is wrong with this gun? She shoots like a blind man with Parkinson's. Might as well be a water pistol. Come over here, you. Take that. Yeah! Dude, did you just see that? 360 degrees steel cap to the fucking mouth, man! I kicked him so hard he fell down the flight of stairs. Dude, did you see that? Did you see that? Dude, what's wrong with you? Never mind, did you see me kick you down the stairs? No. Okay, we'll laugh later. Holy diarrhea, this was a freaking riot! Ooh, this game's combat system is more complex than a calculus problem than a Rubik's Cube. It's like a ballet of brutality as you mix and match your punches and kicks, leaving a trail of broken bones and shattered dreams in your wake. These poor suckers never saw it coming, but let's face it, they probably deserve it for being average Joes in the wrong place at the wrong time, just like your last colonoscopy. You know, if they ever remake this game, I want to see them teeth flying. I mean, is a broken jaw too much to ask after a 360 degrees roundhouse kick to the fucking chin? I freaking love them. They're like piñatas of joy, except I'm gifted with blood instead of candy. What I hate about these guys though is that they do not even remotely last long enough for me to be satisfied. I mean, this chick probably weighs like 50 to 60 kilograms. Have some decency, guys. Surely your chin can take a little bit more than a backflip to the fucking jaw, bitch! Pistols, and most weapons for that matter, are useless. I ain't hitting shit with this. And look at that guy up there with the Uzi. He hits me with almost every shot. It's like he has aimbot on or something. Most weapons in this game are broken, so do not even bother with them. You have some sort of auto-aim on that is malfunctioning in a way that you're sure to miss every shot. The only weapon worth a damn is the sniper weapon with its one-shot kill power. But with everything else, you might as well be trying to shoot a fly's asshole with a BB gun. Now back to this goofball over here. Guess there's only one way to settle this. Bam! fucking face! That's what you get for being a useless henchman. He will probably not be going home to his henchman wife and children tonight. I wonder if he's considered dead or knocked out in this game. Man, now I feel guilty. I should probably go and check on him later. For all I know, he could have been working this gig as a minimum wage side hustle to buy his daughter a teddy bear or something. Anyway, you may have noticed that I have a timer at the bottom of the screen. If time's up, the truck down there will leave, taking away vital evidence that we need to nail them. But nothing we cannot solve with some state-of-the-art machinery. Now I could stop the review right here and tell you that based on the hand-to-hand combat mechanics that you should totally buy this game. You're gonna have more fun beating up these digital punks than a kid with a new toy. It's gonna be like Christmas, when instead of opening up presents, you're gonna open up cans of whoop-ass. You cannot wait until you stomp your next victim in the fucking ribs. However, the game does have some issues, and if you thought that the shooting mechanics were bad, then buckle up, Buttercup, because this game has more issues than a magazine rack. When you walk around the levels here, you will quickly realize that the game is a glitchy mess. What is commendable though is that you have no loading screens inside each level, and the graphics are fairly decent for a game from 2001, meaning that this game probably required high computing power back in the day. I mean, the areas here are huge, which probably explains the change in graphics in the PS2 version. I also have to say that I do not like that there are no defined checkpoints and save points in this game. Sometimes you have frequent comfortable save points every couple of minutes, but in other levels, a death might cost you 10 minutes of gameplay, and this game can be really hard at times. What's worse is that these same levels provide you with hunger level hypo medkits, and if you're unlucky, like me with my PS2 save state on level 10, you get a checkpoint at a boss fight where you're almost dead. That is another thing that pisses me off. When you die, you go back to the checkpoint with the exact same stats you arrived in. In contrast, however, you often walk into another room to trigger the next level, and you reset back to delivery state. That dude earlier kicked my eyeball out of its socket, and I had a sniper weapon on me. How did I lose all that after walking through a door? The question you need to ask yourself is this fun little combat mechanic that I love so much worth all the problems I have with the game? Yes! Fuck yes! After a long hard day of grinding, I get to come home and kick people in the face? What more can I ask for? You got two different types of boss fights in this game. One type's like a fucking laser show where you gotta dodge beams and hit switches to stop a human brain attached to an AI system from hacking the city's network, where it would cause havoc, unless its demands are met.
It wants feet.
This game is really ahead of its time. Thankfully, there's more. You also get to beat the living daylights out of some seriously tough and gritty enemies. They can take a beating and keep coming back for more. Like a goddamn punching bag with hands, feet and a heavy mortgage. But be careful though, cause the combat mechanics ain't perfect and you might end up getting your ass handed to you. Some of these guys even have regeneration skills that will help them gain the upper hand if you get too punch drunk. Fighting multiple enemies at a time can be kinda fun but also kinda frustrating. I do not know if I'm missing something, but is there an option to focus only on one bastard at a time, or am I supposed to flail my limbs around like a drunken octopus? It's like fighting in a goddamn mosh pit! At least in Urban Chaos you actually get to aim your attacks and give these creeps a good side or back kick. But here? It's like throwing hands and feet in every direction hoping to hit something. Forget about blocking, you're better off just dodging everything. Plus, when you've got multiple attackers, it's like trying to survive a swarm of bees. Your best bet is to throw these suckers around the room, throw some Jackie Chan jump kicks, and bust out your Superman punches. Otherwise, you'll end up face down in the pavement wondering what the hell went wrong. Ooh, damn, that knee should crack her skull. By the way, what's the deal with Konoko not throwing knees in this game? Come on, a good tie clinch and BAM! Ugly mugs instantly rearranged. Let's conclude combat though. Urban Chaos may have a smoother combat system making it more fun to play, but it's lacking in the challenging enemy department and actual boss fights, which is something I can really appreciate here in Oni. It's like Urban Chaos is the pretty boy who can't take a hit, while Oni is the scrappy underdog who'll knock your teeth out. And that's why Oni is the real deal, folks. The game is filled with questionable game designs and glitches that make you ask, why are they still there? I mean, they're fun to look at, but the game feels like an early access game on Steam. I mean, the graphics are still okay. What covers for most of the problems in the game is the hand-to-hand combat system. It's just so damn good. I mean, it gives the game endless replayability value. You could replay the game 5 times in a row and you will still giggle like a little girl every time you find a new victim that you can punch the crap out of. Which is why my final score for the game is gonna be a 7.5 out of 10. Now this goes for the PC version. Everything negative I mentioned about the PC version is amplified in the PlayStation 2 version. The parkour mechanics are about as easy to use as a wet bar of soap, and shooting is a complete nightmare. I mean, seriously, stick to the damn sniper rifle and your own 2 fists if you want any chance of survival. Also, I'm pretty sure that the level design is slightly different, as if they recreated the entire game from the ground up. Now, in preparation for that video, I first played the PlayStation 2 version. Notice that I didn't like the graphics so much to make an entire video out of, so I replayed the entire game on the PC version. And I can honestly say that the PlayStation 2 version isn't a bad game, but it's a much more frustrating version of the game, which is why it's gonna get a 5.5 out of 10 from me. But we're not done yet. There's another version I would like to talk about, the German version of the game.
Musashi gehört dem BGI. Nach ihrem letzten Bericht gehört BGI möglicherweise zum Syndikat. Wenn wir die Verbindung nachweisen können, können wir etwas dagegen tun.
Honestly, she sounds like a 45 years old chain smoker who has 4 children. As for the future of the franchise, in the year 2000, Bungie sold the rights to Oni to Take-Two Interactive, who immediately put Rockstar Studios to work on preparing Oni 1 for release, even developing the PlayStation 2 version of the game, while they simultaneously put Angel Studios in charge of developing Oni 2 in the year 2000. So before Oni 1 was even released, they were already working on the sequel, and as you see from the footage in front of you, the game was not finished, but they were pretty far into the development process. Unfortunately, the project lacked any kind of direction, and as Angel Studios was being absorbed by Rockstar Studios in 2002, something had to go, and sadly for us Oni fans, that something was Oni 2. With Rockstar Studios nowadays almost completely abandoning their old IPs in favor of making obscene amounts of money with pay-to-play online content, I see no hope of Oni ever making a return, to be honest with you. I mean, the game isn't even available on Steam. I had to buy physical copies for you guys. They could easily give the game a graphical update and put it on Steam, see how well it performs. But why would you do that when you can print money faster than the Federal Reserve of the United States of America? Anyway, I was Dr. Sledgehammer. Please check out my Urban Chaos review. The video is a little bit old, but I promise you're gonna love it nonetheless. And I will see you guys on the next Sledgehammer review. Bye!
What are you doing hiding back here?
Just trying to hide.